Someone is secretly, intensely in love with you, and you don't even see it. Not because of your looks or anything obvious, but because of something small you did that stayed with them. Maybe it was the way you truly listened, or the moment you made them feel understood without trying. You forgot it, but their mind didn't. Because in psychology, people don't fall for perfection. They fall for the feeling of being seen, and you gave them that. Sign 1. You made them feel truly seen. It wasn't something big or dramatic. It was quiet, almost invisible. You noticed the little things about them, the way their voice changed when they talked about something they loved, the emotions they tried to hide, the parts of themselves no one ever asked about. And instead of overlooking it, you paid attention. You didn't interrupt them, didn't rush them, didn't try to impress them. You simply listened. Fully, deeply, like what they were saying actually mattered. And in that moment, something rare happened. They felt understood without having to explain themselves. Most people go through life feeling unseen, like they have to perform just to be accepted. But with you, they didn't have to pretend. They could just be. And that feeling? It's incredibly powerful and incredibly addictive. Because psychologically, when someone feels truly seen, their brain starts associating that emotional safety with the person who gave it to them. You. You didn't just have a conversation with them. You became a place where they felt safe, real, and valued. And now, without even realizing it, they keep going back to that feeling. Back to you. Sign 2. You were unpredictably warm. You weren't always there. And that's exactly what made it powerful. Sometimes you were distant, focused on your own world. But when you showed up, you were real, present, and genuine in a way they couldn't ignore. It wasn't forced. It wasn't constant. It just happened. A deep conversation out of nowhere, a moment of laughter they didn't expect, a sudden connection that felt too real to be casual. And that's where it hit them. Because psychologically, this creates something called intermittent reinforcement, the strongest form of emotional attachment. When affection isn't constant, the brain starts chasing it, replaying those moments, trying to understand them, trying to feel them again. So now, they think about you more than they should. They replay your words, your tone, the way you made them feel in those rare moments. Because with you, it was never predictable. And somehow, that made it impossible to forget. Sign 3. You brought out a version of them they miss. You didn't just talk to them. You changed how they felt about themselves. Around you, they laughed a little easier, spoke a little more freely, felt a little more confident, like a version of themselves they hadn't felt in a long time. And the strange part is, you didn't force it. You didn't try to fix them or impress them. Your presence alone made them feel lighter, safer, more like who they used to be before life made them guarded. That's what stayed with them. Because psychologically, people don't just fall in love with a person. They fall in love with the version of themselves they become around that person. And with you, they didn't feel judged, pressured, or small. They felt right. So now, every time they think of you, they're not just missing you. They're missing who they were when they were with you. Sign 4. You didn't chase them. You never tried to hold on to them. And that's what made them hold on to you. While most people seek attention, reassurance, or constant contact, you stayed grounded in your own world. You showed interest, but you didn't depend on it being returned. There was a quiet confidence in the way you moved, like you were okay with or without them. And that did something to them Because psychologically, when someone isn't easy to secure, the brain assigns more value to them. Not because of games, but because independence signals emotional strength, and that's rare. With you, they couldn't predict where they stood all the time. Not in a confusing way, but in a way that made them lean in, think more, feel more. So without realizing it, they started investing deeper, trying to understand you, trying to get closer, trying not to lose something they never fully had. And that's when it shifted. You stopped being just someone in their life and became someone they didn't want to lose. Sign 5. You left an unfinished emotional story. Nothing really ended. It just stopped. No clear closure. No final moment where everything was fully said or fully understood. Just silence, distance, or timing that didn't work out. And that's what stayed with them. Because the human mind doesn't let go of unfinished emotions. It replays them again and again, trying to find an end.